Hi there. So today I want to share with you a little idea that actually I came up with while I was working with one of my patrons who's also a student that I teach on Zoom. She's in a different country, and we were talking about how I come up with ideas and how you can compose, and not necessarily using too much music theory, but just how one idea leads to another, and this is what we came up with. So I started off talking about, and I'm sure you've heard me talk about this before, you've got an A minor chord, and one thing I like to do is to add the sixth to it, and I initially started by adding the F sharp here on the D. Now this was a little bit too much of a stretch, like actual physical stretch for her, so we came up with this other version which has got the F sharp on the 4th fret of the D string and the C on the 5th fret of the G string, yeah? So the 5th fret of the 3rd. So we've got this little triangle here, little diagonal line, 4th fret, 5th fret on the middle two strings, and we've actually got a 6-9 chord there, so it's still got an A in the bass, it's still got a C and an E, so you've still got an A minor chord, but then you've got the 6th added and the 9th added, which is a B. Now there's other things you could call it, but as I said, not too much theory, so it doesn't matter what you call it really. It's just this pretty little shape. Now, the pattern that I like to use, and I always really like this pattern, is to play, you're going to play 3 pairs of strings, but not the strings next to each other, but one string apart. So the A string to the G string, yeah, 5th to the 3rd, then the 4th to the 2nd, then the 3rd to the 1st, yeah? So you're just going thumb, finger, yeah, like this little shape. And what I really like about this is the sort of flow. I mean, it's in 3, 1 and 2 and 3, but the sort of flow, you can sort of move the feeling of where the accents are. You can almost take it into 6/8. You want it da 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 da, rather than 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. There's something I use quite a lot actually. So now the next thing that I would do is I would just search for what notes that I could, actually reach, that I can add to this to make some sort of melody start to happen. And the nearest one, and one that I liked, was the 7th fret on the bottom E string, the 1st string. Yeah? And then I started rocking between keeping this finger on and taking it off. Discovered this little pull-off where you can really phrase it nicely. And you can also move it down to the 5th fret, so. So starting to play around with those little sort of ideas. Now the next thing I would try and do with a little shape like this is just see if I can move it down. Now obviously if I move it just down as it is, we're going to end up with this B flat against a B, which we don't want. So I've moved down, I've gone 2nd fret, 4th fret. One thing that's nice about this is that you've got the 2 B's now, same note, so even though your right hand hasn't changed, something has changed in the sort of melodic shape of what's coming out. Now again, I can reach the 5th fret and I can reach the 3rd fret, and I kind of like the 3rd fret here. works quite nicely. All right, now at this point, I'm going to start to think, okay, what can I change? I'm going to start moving the bass line around now. Now, what I think is a really good rule of thumb, pardon the pun, is to change one thing at a time. So I'm going to leave the melody alone at this point and put in a bass note, and I'm going to put in the C here because it's close and it sounds good. It sounds beautiful actually, I like it. Puts in a kind of tension, and then I'm just going to move that finger up a string. So now I've had to slightly alter this pattern so that I'm hitting the bass E string. I'm going E, G. So from the open A, adding a C, changing to G, and then going open E. It's just E5 now, isn't it? Just E's and B's makes it sound very medieval. Add that G back up. So we've now pretty much created a piece. I'll just play you sort of what I think of the piece as being, something like, starting here. So that's quite a playable little idea, and hopefully I've showed you sort of how my mind's working and how to put that sort of thing together. All right, so I'll see you soon.